Warhammer 40,000 9th edition battle report. Sisters of Battle versus Necrons. Back to Warzone Morloc 40k. Behold, Posh Nick is back in the house for his first endeavour into 9th edition Warhammer 40,000.
First one on camera.
First one on camera, yeah. He had a little cheeky game yesterday to get his eye in. Well, let's see how much it pays off. He's bringing the Sisters of Battle. Are you not?
I most certainly am. I'm bringing Adeptus Sororitas again. I thought that they needed another outing. It wasn't fair to give them just that one little taste at the end of 8th edition. They needed a chance in 9th, so we're bringing them today. See how they do. One or two new models, one or two ones removed from the last game. Yeah, we had a little bit of a swap around. It's a 1,500 point battle, so you still get the same amount of command points. So it's still going to be 12 command points to spread amongst far fewer models than 2,000 points. So there's far more opportunities to do some cool stuff within a very tight time frame. Absolutely.
So they're going to be taking on the Necrons, my green Necrons, who I'm 0 and 10 with, or something like that. Let's see if we can turn it around. I need to try and get at least one win before the Codex to prove that I am indeed a hero and a man.
That's it. I want to see how they are before the Codex comes out, because it's changed a little bit with the stuff that's come out with the Indomitus box, but obviously the Necron Codex hasn't dropped yet, and not till October, so we're waiting for that to see how destructive they're going to be by that point.
Indeed. Let's see what the Codex brings. Roll on October, as we keep saying. Anyone who's familiar with my dice rolling, I've actually taken a Doomsday Arc out of my list. So to spare you all the agony. We are going to be playing the mission.
We're going to be playing the 4 Pillars Eternal War Strike Force mission. So on that base there are going to be 4 predetermined objective markers and set points around the board. That's nothing that we're going to set down ourselves. It's going to be the usual sort of take and hold for scoring victory points. So at the beginning of the end of each player's command phase, the player whose turn it is scores 5 victory points if they control 1 objective marker.
Count them. 5.
Yeah. This is because Bill is really still learning. Sesame Street's got nothing on him. 5 points if they control 2 or more objective markers, and further another 5 points if they control more objective markers than their opponent controls.
I've run out of apertures.
I don't know, you've been to Chernobyl. Here we go. So the secondary objective you can possibly get is to siphon power. So if we want to choose this as a secondary objective, the option is you can be near one of the objective markers and your unit can perform the action siphon power. If you do that, the unit's not going to be doing very much that phase. However, you'll get an extra victory point or several victory points depending how many different objective markers you're siphoning power from that turn. So we'll trial this out. We're going to talk about our secondary objectives and choose them in just a minute.
Yes.
But that's going to be the mission we're playing today.
We're going to be playing it on a brand new gaming map, which is the new size. We will talk about that very shortly when we show the armies and the table. It's going to be a wonderful map. I can't wait to tell you more about it. It's going to be brilliant. But for now, praise Henry. Thank you. In Henry we trust. May we forever roll 6s. Let's do it. This is my 1,500 point Nephrek dynasty Necron force. The HQ is the Cryptek. He has the Chronometron Staff of Light and has taken the relic, the Veil of Darkness. The other HQ is an Indomitus Necron Lord with the Tachyon Arrow, a Big Bad Blade. I've gone for the smaller style detachment, so I have 2 troops choices, one of 18 warriors with Gauze Flayers and one of 20 warriors, 10 with the Flayers and 10 with the Reapers. And then I have 5 Destroyers, which are the old faithful workhorses, 5 Wraiths armed with Particle Casters and Vicious Blades, 1 Doomsday Arc because I'll only have to miss with 1 rather than 2, and a good old-fashioned Doom Scythe. I have 2 more on the way. Here's hoping they turn out to be something tasty.
After looking at Henry for a moment, this is the Sisters of Battle army, 1,500 points. The Warlord is in the centre there. She has the Beacon of Faith Warlord trait, which means I get an extra miracle dice. She's carrying a Blessed Blade and has the relic Wrath of the Emperor, which is an awesome little bolt pistol. Behind her, the other HQ choice there is Junith Eroita. I've just finished painting. She's got her lovely double heavy flamer and the ability to give one an addition to their lovely invulnerable saves.
troop choices right at the front here. We've got 3 Sisters squads. Got one directly at the front there with a Flamer and Stormbolter. In each case, the Sister Superior's just got a chainsword. To the right, the next Sister squad, another 5 Sisters, one of which has got a Heavy Bolter. And the final Sister squad, even more on the right hand side there, it's just simply 4 Bolters, and the Sister Superior has got a Combi Melter just to give them a little bit more bite as well. Just behind them you've got a squad of Sisters Repentia, 9 Sisters Repentia with a Repentia Superior, so I'm looking at them to hopefully do some of the same damage they did in the last game when we had a little grudge match. And off to the left hand side here you've got 2 Dominion squads. You've got one at the very front where you've got 4 Storm Bolters, and the Sister Superior's just got a Bolter. And to their right you've got a Dominion squad with 4 Melter Guns. The Sister Superior's got a Plasma Pistol. To their right you've got 5 Arco-Flagellants and Endurant. So once again I'm looking to see how well they do in this, along with a Preacher who'll probably be staying with them. Off to the left hand side, some of the heavy support choices here. We've got the 2 Mortifiers, which I know Bill was a real fan of in the last game. To their right they've got an Exis tank, which has got its main anti-tank rockets rather than the conflagration ones. I wanted to go anti-tank against the Necrons. You've got 5 Seraphim, 2 of whom have got Inferno pistols, so hopefully give a little bit of bite when they come down. And to the right of them you've got a Retributor squad with 2 Multi-Melters and 2 Heavy Bolters, and 2 Armorium Cherubs, which mean they get extra shots, and a Rhino. That's 1500 points, and the trait that the whole army will have, the Sacred Rite I think it's called, is the one that basically means that every time one of them any model gets killed on a 5+, they get to shoot or fight once more. So that's the army, let's play.
Before the game begins, I'm just going to show you this brand new gaming map which was kindly given to us by JWGaming. It's the UK's #1 gaming map supplier. They are a new design, as you can see here, it's highly detailed. This is the it's like a stone or mountain range one, and it's got a lovely amount of detail, lovely sort of neutral tone, so you can add in your grey buildings with a little touch of green, which is added in here just to give it that sort of natural element. It's a sort of familiar game map design that we're all familiar with, rubber backed. It's about 3mm thick, so it's slightly thicker than other brands, which I actually quite like because it feels substantial and doesn't fold as much, doesn't bend as much. Nice sharp corners, cut really well to shape. 60 by 44 inch gaming size, as you can see from the one underneath, which is framing it nicely. There's more designs in the works, including a Necron themed one, which I'll be certainly getting, so make sure you check out jwgaming.co.uk, UK based game map provider.
This table edge over here, I have a whole quarter of the board as my deployment zone. So I've got the Retributors with a nice overall position. I don't even know if this is going to be a good place for them to sit, but it looks so cool.
It looks cool.
They had to stay there.
They're looking after the sky dish.
Along with them for heavy support, the Exorcist rather is sitting behind here because the Doomsday Ark was so nastily placed. I didn't want that in sight if you got the first turn. And they've got Junior Sororita here giving them nice bonuses by being close by. One of the Sisters squads over on the left hand side here, and just a general spread of Sisters, some of them going across the first objective over here, and then you've got the Mortifiers, the Exorcist with the Repentia in it, and the Preacher all in one nice little blob here. The what are they called? The Arco-Flagellants, another Dominion, one of the Dominion squads, a Sister squad, and the Warlord all in nice little blobs in this section here. And finally, the last Dominion squad down here. This is the Melter squad. The two Dominion squads will get a pre-game move in a minute, so I'll sort that out afterwards.
And fine work. And on the Necron side, here we go. So the Wraiths poised for some super fast transphasing through some terrain over there. We have the Warrior blob there with the Gauze Flayers using the obscuring terrain, as we'll explain in a second, and holding objective 1. The Doom Scythe ready to rocket across the board, supported by the Overlord in the corner to buff, and the Cryptek, who is my Warlord, with the Veil of Darkness, is holding firm with a pack of warriors there.
They've got the Flares and the Reapers.
That's the mixed group, yes. And up there is the Doomsday Ark. Assault me if you can, fool. He can fly, damn it. And of course, naturally in reserves on the Tactical Reserves map designed by Patrick, using the Nephrek stratagem, I've paid 1 command point for, keeps them in reserve, it's the same one as last time. That's blue paint on my hand because my daughter painted one of my books.
Yeah, your
and
daughter.
it didn't dry.
Your daughter.
Ellie, you're in trouble.
And I've got in the reserve the not strategic reserve, just because they can come down the battlefield. I've got my Seraphim waiting to deploy as of turn 2, and yeah, once again, that's all the Repentia in the Rhino.
Excellent. So here we go. Let's talk about the terrain, Nick. If you could just take us through each terrain feature.
Just so people have got an idea, to make it kind of simple, we've kept it that there are 3 major ruins on the board. You've got one on my side of the board, giant one in the centre. This is just another ruin. We're
just counting it as a ruin just for ease because it's early days for us and we're still getting used to it all.
Absolutely, and a third ruin over here. So diagonally across the board, we've got 3 ruins.
Yeah.
So they've all got the usual things like obscuring, especially the tower sections. They've got light cover, I believe, and things like that. So all scalable, breachable. Meanwhile, pretty much everything else, to make it nice and easy, we've either got things like armoured containers, which are obviously armoured containers, nice and simple, or we've got woodland in a couple of places. And everything else we're going to do as industrial terrain, so these ones. So they have some kind of basic ability to give a little bit of cover, but not very much. But the major things are going to be the ruins that we have here, and a few, I say, armoured containers and industrial stuff. So
if there's any confusion, we'll explain as we go and we'll probably get it wrong. For the Necrons, the secondaries that I've taken are whilst we stand, we fight. So the 3 highest points valued models in my army are Doomsday Ark, the Doom Scythe, and of course my Warlord, the Cryptek. Now that's quite risky because, as you'll see with Nick's secondaries, my Warlord's going to be hunted down like a rabid dog. The second one I've chosen is Bring It Down because there's a lot of vehicles on offer, and I'm hoping that I might be able to pop a few. And of course I get 2 points for models that have the monster or vehicle keyword under 10 wounds, and 3 points if they're over 10 wounds, and there's a few of them around.
There's only one over 10 wounds, it's going to be the Exorcist at the back here, but lots that are under 10 wounds.
Oh, okay, well I might get some points out of that. Yeah. And the last one is Engage on all fronts because for Necrons I'm a little bit shifty. I did say shift. And that's the So that's my secondaries. Nick, what have you chosen?
My ones are Engage on all fronts again. I'm the same. I'd like to see if I can push into all 3 corners of the table.
No, it can't be done.
Absolutely. Let's see what happens. Slay the Warlord because your Cryptek's going down. Nice and simple.
Oh yeah, come and get him.
And Power of Henry, your Warlord's going down.
Power of Henry.
And I thought just because it'd make it interesting, I'm doing the mission-specific secondary objective, Siphon Power. So if I'm sitting on an objective and you're not sitting on an objective at the same time, a unit can sit on it, not do anything else, but they can start siphoning power from it. So that would give me 1 or 3 or several other command points, depending how many of those objectives I'm working on. So those are mine. You'll all tell us in the comments.
But all that's left to do now is roll off to see who will take the all-important first turn.
Go on, Bill. You know we want to see your dice roll first. Oh, what?
It's a strong 6!
I don't like how this was going. No, I don't like this at all.
I'm going first, you donut.
Massive shot.
Necrons, turn 1. I've gained a command point, putting me back up to a mighty 12. I immediately spent a command point on Theron's Will. So the Overlord here casts My Will Be Done on the Doomsday Ark and also the Doom Scythe. So you can see that they've moved respectively. So the Doom Scythe is shot over here to try and annihilate something that might get me some secondaries. The Wraiths use their Wraith form to pass through the terrain unhindered, and they've got almost in the grill of these guys over here. And I did right on the edge of claiming the objective, although I won't obviously score this turn, but might be able to prevent others scoring. Over on this side, I've used the Veil of Darkness with the Cryptek to beam my warriors onto objective 2. Might be able to do some work against these girls over here. And that's all the movement, because I haven't got a lot of models compared to what you have got, or a lot of units I should say.
And yeah, I'm not used to such a fast moving Necron army.
No, so I used the Nephrek tactic to auto advance my 6 inches here, which will make sense in a second when I shoot and charge all the rest of it. Shoot is Old Faithful, who cannot hit a barn door with a baseball bat.
We're trying to change that.
Yeah, with My Will Be Done cast on it, I'm going to target both the mortifiers here. So they're a combined unit, so I can target them both, can I not?
You can do.
Okay, so we're going to roll for D6 shots. Yeah, we'll go with 3. Hitting on 2s.
1 miss.
1 miss. Strength 10.
To toughness only 5, so it's 2+ to wound.
You cannot make it up. I'm going to command point that one.
Okay.
Yeah, so 2 have gone through.
That takes you down to 9 command points.
Yeah. And it's -5 AP.
So there'll be absolutely 0 save on that. So they are Yeah, one's a 3+ save, one's a 4+ save. So I'll let you take it. I'll assign it to first of all the 4+ save. So the anchorite with a big steel coffin's got a better save. So I'll take it on him first of all. So it's just going to be the wounds. Is it D6 wounds?
It's D6 damage.
D6 damage. They've got 5 wounds apiece, and then it's feel no pain after that.
Okay, so rolling for the damage, rolling the first dice to see what it is. It's a 2.
So that's 2. So that's 2 feel no pains. I'll quickly do because it's 6+ ignore wounds. Oh, it saves 1.
No, no way.
So only 1 wound on the first one. So that's 4 wounds left on this one. How many damage the next time?
Let's have a look. It's got 1.
Come on. No. So it's taken 2 wounds.
The Splitfire, Gauze Flare Rays at the sisters on there. Looking at 2s to hit. I'm looking for 3s to wound.
Pretty good. So
yeah, I've done alright there.
Yeah, that's very nice. So 6 wounds.
6 saves coming up.
Yep, it's -1, but I'm adding 1 because of the, what should we call it?
Yeah, the cover.
So it's 6 3+ saves. 1 dead.
Oh, you're joking. Solid work from the sisters.
So take away the little
Doomsday
sergeant lady.
Whiffs again. Next up is the Doom Scythe. I'm going to shoot all of the weapons into the Mortifactors.
Mortifiers, yes.
Mortifiers, even. Not the Space Marine chapter, but Pentagon.
Close enough.
Yeah, silly names.
So the Death Ray is heavy D3.
D3.
3 shots, nasty.
Yes.
And it's 2+ to hit apparently.
Yep.
There's no modifier for you, is there, for flying?
No anymore.
Yep, nice.
All hit, just.
Nasty.
And we're looking at
strength 10, so it's 2+ to wound.
All wound.
Oh, this is looking very bad. So it's -4, so neither one of them are going to get a save, but obviously I'll take it. The wounds will be initially on the first
of course.
one. So it's going to be D6 damage on the first one. It's got 3 wounds left at the moment.
Oh.
1. I'll try and no, don't get that back. So it's down to 2. Let's see some more ones.
5.
Oh, that's not good. So that's 5. He's only got 2 wounds left anyway, so I'm going to need a whole lot of 6s to survive this. Nope. First mortifier's dead. That's a vehicle for you.
Yes, indeed.
And then the last D6 on the second mortifier.
Looking for a big roll.
3. So it will survive. And it saves 1 of them, so that's it's feel no pain. So 2 wounds taken, 3 remaining.
Very resilient.
Oh, hang on, but of course you've now got your 2 Tesla Destructors.
Indeed. Next up to fire, the Tesla Destructors.
2 Tesla Destructors, so it's going to be 8 shots, 2+ to hit.
This many. 2 pluses to hit.
That one misses,
and there's another one there.
So 6 hits.
Oh, there's a 6 there.
Ah, and so that gives you 3 hits instead of 1. So there you go, have your 2 dice back.
Thanks.
Quite right, Tesla, well remembered. So it's then strength 7, so it's 3 pluses to wound.
3s to wound. Come on, come on. Okay, so that's a 2.
That's a 2. That's a 2.
So we've got a few through.
That's 5, is that?
5.
And it's no minus for me, so it's going to be 5 3+ saves, and I've got to make at least 3 of them, I believe. So go bonuses. Come on, modifier. Oh, lost 2, and can I regain either of those with a 6? No, so it's down to 1 wound.
The particle casters on the Wraiths. I'm shooting at trying to get this last wound off this mortifier.
Just double checking now. How far away are they? More than 3 inches away from me at the moment?
Unknown.
This is where I have to make my little checks. This is where I pull out the codex. If they're within 3 inches, I should just roll to see if any enemy units within. I think it was probably outside 3 inches. That's fine. This one is going to be. Just within 3 inches. So if you finish him off, he gets to do lash out and try and do mortal wounds. So enemy units only within 3 inches.
Oh, okay. So one of them could possibly take some mortal wounds. I'll take that.
5. So it's 5 shots you've got, and 3+ to hit.
Okay, we've got 3 hits.
Lovely. Strength 6, so it's 3+ to wound.
3 wounds.
3 wounds, lovely. And then it's 3 saves as normal.
I don't think there's any AP on those, is there?
No, there's not. So just 3+ saves. Well, that's not good.
So
I need 2 6s now. No, that's the last one killed.
Okay, now you're going to lash out?
Yep, so on a 4+. Let me just get this right.
So this Sisters model is going to have a temper tantrum. Insert your own jokes.
None of us are saying anything.
No.
Nice, so it dishes out D3 mortal wounds.
Oh no.
So only enemy units nearby. Come on, let's have that 6. 5 or 6. Oh, 2 wounds to the Wraiths.
I'll take that.
So one of them goes down to 1 wound.
Indeed. Well, it has to be on that dude there. Well,
yes.
I suppose.
Well, whichever one you fancy.
Okay. Gone! Get off. Get off. Warrior blob here.
The bucket of dice.
Yeah, against the squad of sisters there.
This is the Dominion squad with the motors.
So it is a mixed squad, so I'm going to shoot the 5 Gauze Reapers.
Yep.
First. So hitting on 3s.
10 Gauze Reapers.
Oh, how many ones do you want?
Many?
I'll show you some.
And get rid of the 2 as well, lovely.
Only 4.
4 go through. Strength 5, so 3 pluses to wound.
They do all wound, however. And they're
-2, I believe.
-2 on the AP.
Which is pretty awful. So I've got 4 5+ saves. This probably won't end very well. 1 save, so you've immediately killed 3 of them. So I'll get rid of the Sister Superior and take away. Let's just take away these 2, so they're 2 closest next to each other.
Sisters are doing it for themselves. On the 9 remaining, because he's out of he can't get a bead. 9 remaining Gauze Flayers. Better rolling to hit. So 8 have gone through, and we're looking at the 3s to wound again. There's a 2
just
there.
the ones. That's 3, 6, 7 wounds. That's not good at all. And it's only these are 4+ saves now because it's only -1 with the Gauze Flayers.
Indeed.
There's enough there to kill him. That's the end of that.
Unit gone.
Unit gone.
Unit gone. Next up is going to be the Wraiths in the charge phase are going to charge the Rhino. So what are we looking at distance-wise?
I'm going to look. Probably not very
So
much.
I'll roll it while you measure it.
6.
Well, I've made it
Just
easily with a
fine.
6.
Loads of them. So you charge
So
the Rhino.
Here we go.
So
What I've done is I've managed to keep my coherency and stay within range of this objective for later on.
leaving 3 Wraiths.
3 can attack, so 3 attacks each hitting on 3s with their vicious claws. Only strength 6, so it's 5 pluses to wound. 1, 2.
Just 1.
Oh, 1. Sorry, it's a 1. I'm
Just
looking
1.
at the 4. Yeah, only the 1. It's a shame.
-2, so it's a 5+ save for the Rhino. Saves it.
Now, curses. Now, dare you attack back with your tracks?
Oh yes.
The Rhino attacked with nothing coming back at the Wraiths, so there we are. Into the morale phase, there's nothing on the Necron side to take, but on the Sisters side...
They've only lost 1 model, so actually they couldn't fail a morale test. However, it's always worth taking a morale test with the Sisters, because if they roll an unmodified 1, they get a miracle dice. So I'll just roll for their morale. Well, it's a good thing they're not running away, isn't it? That's fine. Glad no more died.
Okay, so that's the end of Necron turn 1. Secondaries scoring, I get 4 points, I believe.
Yep, for 2
for killing
vehicles.
the 2 mortifiers.
Mortifiers. You got it finally when they're dead. You got it.
Yeah, I've learned it now. Also, I get my progressive secondary for engage on all fronts because I'm in 3 table quarters. I could have pushed the Wraith further in to get the 4, but then I would have left that exposed. So, tactical choice. I'm winning 6-0. Patrick, are you proud of me? Now do you love me, Patrick? Now do you love me?
I'll never love you. So the command phase, I got 1 command point back, of course, which is very nice. I've also tried to move some of my units so they're actually into different table quarters because I want the engage on all fronts when we get done with this particular part. So the Rhino has fallen back from combat with the Wraiths and has punched up over here and just fitting in this very tight little corridor. It's currently sliding down because this is a horrendous blob that needs to be dealt with at some point. The remainder of the Dominion squad have moved up to get a better view inside here, and the Warlord has come to join them. She's standing, she's had to advance to get there, but her aura will be able to affect them, which will be very good for shooting in a second. The Retributors have stayed still, the Sisters currently on, this have stayed still, and they are currently going to be doing the, what's it called? The siphoning power. They're siphoning power at the start of their movement phase from this particular objective. So that's hopefully going to be that will be a victory point at the end of this. The Arc of Flagellants, which I thought were going to be like a little reserve unit, are going to be employed immediately because of the danger that these Wraiths are now posing. And the Junior Sororitas moved up a little bit to use her heavy flamers on them, and the ex-Sisters moved up to benefit from her aura and can now see the Doomsday Arc. Finally, the last Sisters unit has punched up and advanced a nice distance to get into the area terrain of these woods as best they can. We're kind of forcing them inside the foliage to try and have a little bit of cover. So the first ones to fire are going to be the Dominion squad here. They've got 16 shots between them because their storm bolts are in rapid fire range of these Necrons here down here. They've also got the Blessed Bolt stratagem, which is currently being played. All their bolts have damage 2, which is of no use to me, but the -2 AP is very, very useful. And they've all got re-roll 1s to hit because the Warlord is directly behind them. So, 3 pluses to hit, re-rolling 1s.
There's a few in there.
Yeah, a couple of 1s, not much.
Cheeky little roll there.
It helps. So a couple of 2s, get out of there. So that's 12 hits. It's strength 4 only still, which is not fantastic. So it's only 4 pluses to wound. Let's see if we can just cut a few of them down. Oh, that does not look good. Wow, that looks awful. So many 4 wounds.
4. Stand by. Let me get
You
my
got
dice.
4 6+ saves, I believe.
Well, I've got the Cryptic, gives me a 5+ invuln.
Oh, does he now?
So, here we go.
4 5+ invulnerable saves, and you make 3
I'll make
dead.
one. So 3 Necron Warriors fall.
Oh, the Junior Theroito, I'll have you know.
We're calling her Judy Hotcakes.
Apparently we're calling her that.
Yeah.
It's got 2d6 hits with heavy flamers, automatic hits. Not great. 5 hits.
5's not too shabby. I'm used to Doomsday Arc rolling.
That's true, that's true.
Don't frown on it.
It's strength 5.
Toughness 5.
He knew that already. He didn't
I
have
knew
to look
that.
off camera at all. So it's 4+ to wounds, re-rolling 1s because of her ability. That's good because that's absolutely appalling again. Oh, good stuff. 2 wounds. And it's -1 with a heavy flamer. Is it 3+ invulnerable?
I have a 3+ invuln with the Wraith.
One of them's only got 1 wound left, so if we just get 1 wound here. Yes, 1 gets through, so 1 wraith is gone.
Well played. I had his pony little pistol, which was pinged off of my Wraith form.
So the Retributive squad up here, they're going to use, let me just have a look what I've got here. They've got Storm of Retribution, and I just think it's worth giving it a try at this point because I'm horribly afraid of that Doom side at the moment.
So you're not going to target the Doom side, are
I'm
you?
afraid they are. With their 2 command points, it's going to cost. So the multi-melters add 12 inches to their range, and resolving an attack, they get add 1 to the damage roll, which is very tasty. So that
Impressive.
takes me down to 10. I think a lot of command points are going to be spent this turn because I'm scared. Makes me feel better. On top of that, they're going to sacrifice both the Armorium Cherubs.
Not the babies!
Not the babies, they're going to scrap the babies.
Somebody think of the children!
No. Kill the winged babies and use them so the multi-melters get to fire twice each. So it's 4 multi-melter shots into the Doom side, and the 2 heavy bolters are going to fire down into the Wraiths.
Wisdom. Okay, let's see it.
So 4 shots from the multi-melters. Now these are 4+ hit because you're hard to hit.
Hard to hit.
Oh, that's exactly the kind of thing I'm looking for.
Horrible man.
Finally, what we're talking about rolling-wise, yes. And it's strength 8, I believe.
Toughness 6.
Toughness 6, so it's 3 pluses to wound. So I want the same kind of
Some
roll
1s and
again.
2s. Strong 1s. Oh, no.
Oh, solid
Lord.
roll. No!
Oh, Lord.
And it's it's -4. Do you have any save at all?
Doom Scythe has a 3+ save.
Well, the -4, that's going to do you absolutely no good whatsoever. So what it's going to be is 4d6 damage.
Oh, Lord.
Oh,
Hang on.
Lord.
How many wounds has it got? It's got 12 wounds.
Let's see what I can do with 4 dice. Oh, that's it.
Oh, no!
That's it! I don't believe that's the best rolling I've ever done. The Retributive actually did something
Lord.
this time.
Crash and burn.
Yes!
Oh, no. It did explode in a fiery hail of death, and it did crash and it did burn. But alas, it's gone.
Well done, Retributive.
There was no one around for it to land on.
6 heavy bolt shots down into the Canoptech Wraith, so 3 pluses to hit. 3 solid misses there. It's strength 5.
Where were your misses against
No,
my
I'm quite
Doom
happy.
Scythe?
The multi-melters were just fine.
Yeah.
So oh, sorry, I've got to kill the babies. Hang on. It takes me time to wipe out the
YouTube
babies.
is not safe for kids.
And it's 3 hits, so it's strength 5. Was it toughness 5 for your wraiths? I believe?
Yeah, toughness 5.
4's to wound, 2 wounds, and it's -1, but you've got through normal 3+ saves.
Makes 1, loses 1. So
Okay,
what's
1
the
damage to 1 wraith.
Okay.
Of course, those heavy bolters will be improving soon, but not yet.
Not yet.
Fire its heavy bolter at the wraiths, and it's going to fire its main missiles, whatever the hell they're called. I'll think of that in a moment.
Let's just play some church music over the top of this.
She's not here.
And you're targeting the Wraiths?
I'm going to target the race with a heavy bolter, and I'm going to target the.
Oh, Lord!
And I'm going to play another command point to do devastating refrain. So it's 3d3 number of shots, but I can reroll any one of those for 1 command point.
Important information there.
Very
okay.
important. So looking to Henry. I think it was Henry that really came down for me in this
Henry,
last
we
one.
trust.
Henry changed everything for me. So it's 1 more command point spent. And so it'll be 1, 2, 3d3 rolls, and I can reroll. That's a good thing. So I'm going to re-roll the 2 1s. Slightly better. So it's 2, 3, 6 shots with the Exorcist rocket launcher. It's 3 pluses to hit over on the Doomsday Arc, rather. It's 5 hits, which is nice.
Yeah, very good.
I know the old quantum shielding is going to suck, but we'll work around to that in just a minute. So 8 toughness, I believe 6, isn't it?
Yeah.
So 3s to wound.
Oh, Lord.
This massively makes up for those multi-melters. Ask Henry!
Henry! Why have you forsaken me?
It's not with the quantum shielding. It's not even worth re-rolling one of those. So I'm just going to roll one. So it's it's -3. So I'll just do damage, but you may well then avoid it. So 2 damage, you probably won't avoid it. So you can. Is it rolling underneath?
I need to roll a 1 to negate it. Normally I'm great at 1s, but unless it's a 5, so I take
2 damage.
2 damage on the Doomsday Arc.
So we have just remembered, and Bill has very kindly allowed Junitha Arita, of course, the whole reason she's there.
Yeah, we always forgot her buffing aura.
Exactly, her reroll 1s to wound and reroll 1s to hit. And we just rolled...
Flaming Judy.
Old Flaming Judy.
Old Flaming Judy.
And we of course rolled 4 1s to wound, so there should have been 4 rerolls of that. So
yeah, so let's re-roll those to wound. So what are we looking for?
We were looking for 3s to wound. There was another one, but that was 3 more wounds.
Well, Flaming Judy's buff as well.
Well done, Flaming Judy. So you got no armor save, so it was just 3 damage rolls. So for each of these, you need to roll for your quantum shielding. So if you roll 1 dice for the 5, so you need to
This is against the 5.
Anything, so that's saved.
That's saved.
Anything under a 3.
This is against the 3. That's saved.
Saved, and you can't avoid the 1.
Yeah, so I now take an extra wound, so it's down 3 damage.
3 damage. Thank you, Flaming Judy.
Flaming Judy. I'll bring your flame to town. Carrying on.
So the 3 heavy bolter shots were against the Cannon Protect the Wraiths down here. So 3 pluses to hit, re-rolling 1s. No, all hits. 3 pluses to wound, re-rolling 1s. No, sorry, 4 pluses to wound, re-rolling 1s, but in fact don't have any. So 2 wounds, and you've got 3 plus invulnerable armor saves. So one of your wraiths is down to 2 wounds.
Watch this.
Oh,
6 of the 1, so 1 goes
wound
through.
Scratched off.
So that I'll take that front one.
Okay, another wound. Another wraith is down to 1 wound.
Yeah. Into the charge phase, and here comes the most rancid amount of attacks you've ever seen. If you think the Repulsor Executioner is bad, you ain't seen nothing yet.
I'm going to be doing some disgusting stuff. So we've got the Arco-Flagellants who have just charged into the Cannot Protect Wraiths. I'm spending another 2 command points. I'm smashing through them this turn to use Extremis Trigger Word. So basically, they've got between them, one of them's got 4 attacks, the others have all got 3 attacks. So that makes a nice about 19 attacks already with the Preacher. On top of that, the Extremis Trigger Words means that each of their attacks is worth 3 attacks. So 19 times 3 attacks. You've actually got an awful lot of dice.
You're playing Extremist Trigger Word stratagem for 1 command point.
2 command points.
2, well, quite right.
It's now ridiculous number of dice. I've lost track of how many dice we've calculated, but we've got this cup for times 2 plus a couple more. Yeah. And they're zealots, so it's 4 plus to hit, but it's re-rolling to hit in the first
Re-rolling
round.
all failed hits.
So to start
17 hits so far, including the re-rolls. Here's a second lot. Oh, I'm going to re-roll a lot there.
Lots of re-rolls.
So that is an amazing 42 hits against the Wraiths.
That is quite astonishing. So on top of that, so we've got, I'll do this in batches of 21 in which case. So it's going to be the +1, so it's strength 5, so it's going to be 4 pluses to wound.
4s to wound the Wraith.
1 dice times 2 is the number of times it's 4 pluses to wound. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 wounds the first time. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. 27 wounds.
You make me sick as a dog.
Easy.
Yeah, watch this. You're looking for some 3-ups using the Cup of Death.
So...
Okay, as you can see, the Wraiths were nearly wiped out to a man, but this one is alive on 2 wounds.
1 wound.
1 wound.
1 wound, that thing is up. I can't believe I nearly took the unit.
Yeah, that was outrageous. So, attacking back now. 3 attacks.
3 plus to hit.
3 hits.
Strength 6, did you say?
Yeah.
That's 2 pluses to wound then.
So that's 3 wound. All wound. And then it's -2. Yeah.
Has no save, but all they do have is their... They've got 5 plus on a wound, on any wound, and a 5 plus they don't take that wound.
Okay, so you've got 3 5 plus basically.
However, each one is 2 damage, isn't it?
2 damage.
And unfortunately, he's got they've only got 2 wounds each, so 5 plus each time. So I need 2 5 pluses each time to live. Oh,
you make me sick as a dog.
Oh, so close.
One's wounded.
Yeah, no, one's dead because it's 2 damage. Those 2 attacks, aren't they? So one's dead. And the other one is dead, so 2 dead.
But I'm quite impressed that one of them managed to live there.
Yeah, you done all right.
And I'm going to consolidate up and then just work out some victory points in a moment.
Any morale checks to actually take other than the Wraiths? I think that's the only unit. Have you taken any casualties here?
Not this point.
The Flagellants lost one. Are they going to suffer from morale in any capacity?
No, the Sarco Flagellants, they are leadership 7, but having only they've lost 2 models. So no, they could. It's my mistake, quite right. Morale check. Don't roll a 6, that's fine.
No. You scored your secondaries?
I got engaged on all fronts, so I've got 3 terrible quarters in, so I get 2 victory points for that. However, my siphoning power doesn't happen until my next command phase. So at the moment, it's just 2 victory points to me, and I believe 4 to you, is that correct?
Yes. I'm winning!
You're winning!
Onwards to Necrons, turn 2. I gained a command point back, which I've immediately dipped into and spent a lot of command points, but I'll talk about that in a second. First of all, reanimation protocols. Over here, I brought back all 3 of the warriors that died. Living Metal has put a wound back on the Doomsday Ark.
Back up to 12.
Up to 12. And over here, I played a few stratagems. I used repair subroutines to try and bring my Wraiths back because I really want to deny Nick scoring some points there in case he did finish off my Wraith. And then I used enhanced reanimation protocols, which allowed me to reroll 1s, which luckily brought only 1 back, but I could have done a lot better there. But if they survive, I get to potentially redo it next turn. So that's where we are. So primaries, I score 5 points for holding 1, another 5 points for holding 2, and another 5 points for holding more. As this one's contested, I'm therefore next out holding 1 objective. I'm up.
You are indeed.
I am up, and I can't believe
15, which is amazing.
Yeah, I'm on 15. Yeah, so I've gained. So what's that put me on total?
You're on 4 before, so you're on 19 to my 2, which is
19 points to 2. It is a swingy game though, isn't it? We'll see how it goes. And now on to the movement phase. Just before we go into it, I did cast My Will Be Done again on the Doomsday Ark with the Overlord, the Indomitus Overlord. My warriors have spread out a little bit just for some area denial for any deep strikers that might come in. My deep strikers have come in here. My target priority, I was thinking that these guys, or these girls here, can move through the woods and have objectives secured there and negate my Wraith. So I'm going to try and shoot them. Otherwise it was going to be those ones over there who would also score the secondary in the next turn. But I just, I'm going to write that one off for now. Focus on defending my own. The Wraiths are still in combat, and these warriors over here just pushed around a little bit just to swarm the objective and get some of those short range Gauze Reapers multiple shooting over there. First up to fire is the Doomsday Ark, which is buffed by the Overlord. We're going to be shooting the Doomsday Cannon at the Rhino.
Seems completely unnecessary.
And we're going to be shooting the Gauze Flares against the Sisters.
The Dominion Squad.
The Dominion Squad, cool. Sorry, yes.
That's right.
So Doomsday Ark first with D6 shots. It's a hot 5.
Oh no! Things not looking good.
Yeah. Internet meme, be ready. We're looking at 2s to hit. We've all hit. You cannot make it up. 6s. You cannot make it up, and also because the Doomsday Cannon is now Tesla. That's exploding 6s. No, it's not. I'm joking, Nick. Don't worry.
Lie.
I'm joking.
Like so many things in my life.
Oh, can you imagine? Right.
It's strength 10, so it is 3 pluses to wound.
3s to wound.
Doesn't wound.
3 have gone through.
D6 damage on each, isn't it?
Yeah. So how many wounds has it got?
You've got -5. What is your?
-5 AP, and it's D6 damage.
So -5. So the only thing I could possibly do to save it was if I had a 6+ invulnerable save using a miracle dice.
Oh, nicely played. So does that take away one of my...
Takes away one of your hits.
Okay, I'm rolling 2d6 damage on a Rhino. Looking for some big numbers here. It's a 7.
It's alive! The Gauss Flare Rays just counted from the Doomsday Ark, counted for 2 more sisters.
Yeah, we killed 2 sisters there.
I should have pointed out, we have been doing the old Vengeance of the Martyr, which is the sacred right of the Sisters of Battle, which has not been helping me very much, which is every time something dies on a 5+, it gets to shoot or hit once in the fight phase.
Yeah, we've missed so far with them, but we thought we might as well record one before something else dies. So
2 Storm Bolts, if on a 5+, they get to shoot. Oh, they both get to shoot. Lovely.
Nice.
And it's in half range, so it's 8 shots.
From 2 sisters?
From 2 sisters, would you believe it? I'm going to pay a command point for. Can I do it this turn? The Blessed Bolts. When Adeptus Sororitas from your army fires, Overwatcher has chosen to shoot with. Oh, it's chosen to shoot with.
Yes.
So, so 1 more
Seems
command
legit.
point.
So then it's right. I've got to remember this now. It's 2 pluses to hit, not 3 pluses. They are Order of a Martyred Lady. They have lost models, therefore they are so proud of their martyrdom. They get better to hit rolls. So it's 2 pluses to hit, re-rolling 1s because of the Canoness.
Cannot miss.
1 can apparently. 7 hits. And it's 4 pluses to wound. This is kind of important.
You put these down at the Warriors.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's just 3 wounds there. So 3 6+ saves. It's -2.
5 plus invuln from the crit
Oh,
tech,
yeah, that's right.
so we lose 2 Warriors
Do you want 2
from the
to gas
back.
to
Yeah,
back?
just tip them over. Yeah, put them in the reanimation
Oh, yeah,
pool.
special reanimation pool.
Yeah, they're going to die all day and get reborn every day. Okay,
Necrons.
carrying on. Reapers
We didn't
managed to.
We didn't even bother recording this.
No, we didn't bother because it was a hose down. But those 2 sisters have died. But do they get to fire again?
No, neither of them do. So
Remove them from play.
So I get another miracle dice for another unit lost. I get a 4.
Okie dokie. Okay, next up, the destroyers are going to look to hose down this squad of battle sisters within the wooded area. They're in, I suppose, what you call toe cover, but so the intent was that they would be in the woods because it's all just fluff. So they'll be -1 to hit.
They are because it's dense cover.
Now I'm playing the classic extermination protocols, which will allow me to re-roll all hits and misses, all failed rolls. So here we go. Looking for, I believe, 4s now.
It will be for destroyers. You get 4 pluses to hit.
There's a lot of fails. So we're re-rolling to hit.
9 hits, and it's strength 6.
So 2s to wound.
Yes, 2s to wound.
Re-rolling any 1s.
That is disgraceful.
So that's all wounded.
Well, this is just an absolute.
That's
joke,
why they call
isn't
it extermination, Nick.
Well, it's 6+ saves after -3, so I don't think we're going to see much of the sisters after this. Got 2 6s in there, but that is the squad wiped.
Get off my plane!
Miracle dice for them. Get a 3.
But they are removed from play, are they not?
They are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. However, all now we see if they actually get to fire back.
Oh yes, indeed. Just remember it.
1 storm bolter and flame is out of range, but the 3 bolters and a storm bolter, so basically 5 shots, and they won't be half range, will they?
No.
Are you within 9? Was you within 9 inches of them?
No, because I've deep struck in.
Sorry, were you just beyond 9 inches?
Just beyond.
That's probably then. Therefore, some of them within half range, because they're 12 inches is their half range.
Oh la la.
Oh la la.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
They're literally, I'm on the edge, so.
The 1, 2 at the back won't be, but the front 2 will be. So, add 2 more dice to that. So the storm bolter, can she fire? She can, which is nice. So she gets to fire her shots, and then the 3 with bolters, can they fire? 5 pluses. 1 of them gets to fire, and I'll use the one at the front. So 3 pluses to hit, 4 hits, to wound. Excellent. Nada. Please wipe that squad off the table for me.
Put a bullet in her head and walk away. Okay, with their work done, we're moving on to the Wraith shot, firing particle casters into the, what do we call it? It's 2 hits.
Flagellants.
So 6.
6, so 3 plus to wound.
2 wounds.
2 wounds, very nice. They get 5 plus to ignore those wounds. One of them saves it, and they've actually got 2 wounds apiece, so one of them suffers 1 wound.
I'll say. Bizarrely, with the new rules, even though it's my fight phase, the enemy has the first attack.
Because there's no charging to be done.
Yeah, as we're already in combat. We've both, well, as you can see, we're going to get stuck in. So.
Absolutely. So the Archiflagellants are attacking again. However, this time they're not nearly so good. They've lost the Preacher's buff because they've piled him. They have, therefore, they don't get the extra attack, and there's only 4 of them left. So I've still played for 2 command points, Extremist Trigger Word, so they still get 3 attacks per attack they've got. So they've got 9 attacks initially, so it's times by 3, so it's 27 attacks. So I'm now going to roll that 27 attacks, and they don't get to roll with Zealot again this time, so they don't get to reroll, so it's 4 plus to hit. That's not bad.
Yeah, better roll from you there.
Definitely.
Because I'm really looking for 10 plus, 3 plus invuln saves.
So the first one dies, and the second one, unbelievable. Do not tell me the second one's on 1
I think
wound.
I've made it.
You've got the second one on 1 wound.
I think I've made it again. So once again, the Wraith survived the hail of death, and my toe is still in contact. So the Wraith attacked back and killed 2 in return.
Yes, indeed. Only 2 little Archiflagellants remaining.
I think that's the only combat, so we've got straight into morale. Is there morale to take?
Oh, well, you've killed everything that needed to take morale checks, so no, you're pretty much... the Archoflagellants, sorry, no, I lie once again, have lost... You've lost one Wraith, but I'm assuming their leadership's 10, so that's not going to matter to them.
Yeah.
Me, however, I've got the Flagellants, and they've got a leadership only of 7. So I've got to roll for them, and I've lost 2. So 2 plus, not 6, yes. They survive.
Okay, so the battle goes on. Just at the end of Necron's turn 2, the only extra victory points I score is with the, we fight on all fronts, the 3 table quarters one, gaining me 2 victory points. Currently 21 points to 2 to the Necrons, on to Sisters. Turn 2. Now, primary scoring.
It's one objective here.
Yeah, it's just one there.
Just one more victory point for siphoning power from it. I'm not quite sure why I took this as a
it's a strange secondary. Obviously, it's meant to be accumulative for potentially holding more later in games, so there might be some swing. But on this objective, we're still contested because we'll show you how Nick's moved. These 2 cheeky little sisters have gone for a walk in the park.
Those Archoflagellants, indeed.
But let's talk about, so that puts you on 8.
It took me up to 8, so it's 8 to your about 22 or so, I believe.
Something like that, yeah. Okay, so arriving from Deep Strike are the Seraphim.
They are indeed. And before the end of this movement phase, in a moment, I will be spending 1 command point to do their deadly descent stratagem, which means they get to shoot, and the range of their pistols gets increased for the turn. So I'll be doing that in just a moment. What
have we got going on here?
So Junith, or Judy on Fire.
Judy on Fire.
Moved up to get in range. Obviously the Archoflagellants have moved out.
Yeah, they broke off from the combat, leaving my Wraith pretty vulnerable.
Hopefully they're still within 3 inches, however, being tucked away behind the rocks that they are there. The Preacher is with Judith over here, and the Ex-Sisters moved up to support her as well. The Retributors have stayed exactly where they are because they can still do some shooting from up there.
Yeah, they're unkillable up there.
Well, that's the hope. And the Battle Sisters are still holding this particular this point down here. Obviously, they're trying to get a little bit of a... I haven't decided yet if I'm going to keep them siphoning power or get them to shoot, but I'll make that decision in just a moment.
Okay.
The final Battle Sister squad has moved up to be in range, so the Combi Melter is just within range of the Wraith over there. The Rhino... Oh, which I actually haven't moved yet. The Rhino, with it's going to be on full raspberry mode. I'm going to just shove it up, just back up the sisters.
Yeah, sure. Here. So these disgorged sisters.
It has indeed. All the Repentia come shooting out. They haven't had to advance, which is really useful. They just got nice and close, and the Warlord has come to join as well. She'll be doing some charge moves in a minute because let's have Repentia and half-naked women with giant chainswords running into robot mode.
Sounds like the best stag do ever.
That's how we play in this area. 1 point has been spent to play the deadly descent, so they get to fire their pistols as if it were the shooting phase. They'll be firing again in the shooting phase in a minute anyway, and all their pistols get 6 inch more range. So all the infernal pistols will all be in range. The Sister Superior's plasma pistol, because when they martyr themselves, it does them good. I'm going to supercharge the plasma pistol, and I'm going to fire that first. If she dies,
nothing more holy than killing yourself.
So 3+ to hit on this with a supercharged plasma pistol. It's a 6. It's fine.
Oh, good.
Somehow I managed to lock that into your range.
Yeah.
So it's strength 8, I believe, for a supercharged plasma pistol. So it's 3+ to wound, I believe, toughness 5.
Yeah, I'm toughness 5.
Fails to wound miserably. That's a
terrible.
bad start.
Terrible start for the sisters.
Yes,
Seraphim.
indeed.
They're too busy jamming to their holy music as they land.
4 Inferno pistols at 3+ to hit. All hits, that's nice. They are strength 8, I believe, the Inferno pistols once again. Yep, they're strength 8, so it's 3+ to wound. 3 wound, it's -4, so you'll get no armor save.
Oh dear.
And it's just D6 damage per pistol. So
oh,
we'll do it
gold!
So the first one.
Oh, luckily. Oh!
So we kill 1 destroyer.
1 destroyer is killed. We will take the one at the back.
And from that, then there's 4 bolt pistols to fire, so it's 3+ to hit. Oh my word.
Oh, you suck so hard right now.
Now it's still that stag do. 1 hit. It's 5+ to wound. It's a what?
Oh,
I've never rolled so many ones.
It's a Warzone Warlock whiff.
This is what they did against the damn turkey last
yeah.
game.
Seraphim suck. Friar Tuck did nothing as usual with his pistol.
Surprise there.
So it's now for Flaming Judy.
Flaming Judy, 2d6 automatic hits. Only 6, not great.
That'll do.
Although it's
the average.
I'm just hoping for something really spectacular. It is.
I play Necrons, mate. Don't talk to me about not expecting that.
4+ to wound, re-rolling 1s. This one to re-roll. Doesn't get it. So 3 wounds go through.
Oh, do you?
You've got 3 invulnerable saves. If you fail 1, he's finally toasted. I'm done with
3+, so he's gone.
Oh, finally.
Do I command point that and keep him alive?
You have got 2 command points left.
I'm going to do it. And I'm feeling saucy.
Thank you. Thank you, Henry.
Why do I do it? Forgive me, Patrick. Forgive me, Henry. The sisters did shoot at the destroyers, but to no effect, unfortunately. So we're moving on.
These sisters are still, as I should have pointed out before, they are doing their...
They're performing an action.
They're performing an action, whatever it is. It's their siphoning power. So meanwhile, the retributors at the top here are going to fire once again down into... They're going to fire now at the destroyers. I am spending probably a very dangerous 2 command points, put myself down to 2, to give them Storm of Retribution, so once again the multi-melters get much more powerful. So 3 heavy bolt shots and 2 multi-melters, so I'll do the multi-melters first.
Alright.
Really need these to hit, so it's 3+ to hit. Both hit,
wow,
that's good.
Strong.
It's strength 8 still, so 3+
Threes.
to wound. Both wound,
oh,
and it's -4, so you're going to get no save there.
Oh, I didn't even want one.
There's just D6 wounds on each one, so +1 because that's what Storm Retribution does. So D6 +1 on each roll. Nice, one's dead.
One's dead.
One's dead. Didn't even need it. Beautiful.
Powerful.
So 2 more destroyers, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 heavy bolter shots.
How loud?
3 pluses to hit. Yep, only 3 hits. Strength 5, so it's toughness 5, 4 pluses to wound. 1 wound only, so it's -1, so I think it's a 4+ save.
Indeed. It's
So
a single one.
1 wound onto another one. And then, we're not done yet. We're not done yet.
But wait, there's more. Scream 2 reference.
The Scream 1 reference.
Is it Scream 1?
Or Scream? I think it's Scream 1.
Who cares?
We're going to fight about this.
Who cares?
It's all about
Ultimately.
the Warzone. Plasma pistol. So these guys are firing again now because it's the shooting phase, not
Of
just
course,
their movement
yes.
phase. So once again, overcharging with the Sister Superior. So 3+ to hit. Misses. Spectacular.
She rubbish.
And 4 bolt pistols.
She's getting
3+
old.
to
She's
hit.
over the hill.
Don't be like that. Maturity is a great thing. It's 5 pluses to wound, 1 wound, and you have a no minus, so it's just a 3+ save for the destroyer.
Takes another wound.
Takes another wound.
Is that all of your shooting?
It is not all of my shooting. There is more shooting yet to do.
Oh, I was hoping you were going to forget.
No, I'm
This
funny
one's
enough, I
supposed
haven't
to
forgotten about the
Right.
Exorcist. So I've decided that the Exorcist, I cannot risk those destroyers living. They need to die. So I'm going to fire everything, the missiles and the heavy bolter, into those destroyers. So it's 3d3 number of shots to start with. That's nice. That's 7 shots. 4, 5, 6, 7. It's 3+ to hit, re-rolling 1s to hit and re-rolling 1s to wound because of Junith nearby. I was blaming Judy.
Flaming Judy.
2 1s to re-roll, very nice.
Bring your guns to town.
That's 5 hits. It's strength 8, so it'll be 3+ to wound, re-rolling 1s. Let's not have 5 2s. There's 2 2s.
Is that what they wear? 2 2s.
2 2s. And it's -3, I believe. So you've got 6+. You've got 3 6+ saves.
3. Yeah, watch this. I'll make 2 of them.
Unbelievable.
So I'll just lose 1 more destroy.
Hang on. So it's D6. So it's D6 damage just on 1 of them. I can't believe you made 2 6+ saves.
Well, he's only got 1 wound
thank
anyway.
God
so
for that.
yeah, so he's gone.
And then 3 heavy bolt shots on the last one, but that's not going to finish it off. Oh my word. That is going to be an absolute nightmare to kill that thing. Because of course you're going to bring them all back next turn.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see. We'll see.
Fate is a fickle mistress.
3+ re-rolling 1s.
Dude!
That's everything I expected from this turn so far.
Welcome to the Warzone. You all like Bill.
Yeah, the last bit of shooting for the turn. The Rhinos fired at Stormbolter, accounted for 1 Necron. The Repentia Superior has thrown a frag grenade, accounted for another 1. And the Warlord with the Wrath of the Emperor Relic Bolt Pistol has taken out 4. Which is
that's
just
pretty
lovely.
brutal.
That's pretty good, because I'm desperately needing to cut you down before I go into close combat with you. That's my big concern.
Yeah. Well,
So
let's
if
see
I-
what happens in the charge phase.
the start of this charge phase, the Rhino has used Miracle Dice to charge round here and come into contact with the Necrons. Bill has spent his last command point to try and attempt Overwatch because he's determined. He's only got 3 wounds left. I need this Rhino to tank the Overwatch.
Who do we pray to at times like this? Henry. Henry! Let me hear a Henry. Silence from Henry, because he's not really here. Okay, so Overwatch with
if he'd like to be, he's welcome.
Yeah. Gauze Reapers.
So it's 6s you need to hit.
There's a few!
1, 2, 3
4.
hits. Or 4. 4 hits, sorry. 4 hits.
4. And looking for...
5s to wound.
That's a cocked dice, that one.
That's cocked. Just the
Just
one.
the one,
It's
minus
5,
2 AP.
5 plus save.
No, it takes off the wound.
But you've now got 4 shots with your Gauss Flare. That's all you've got left. Can you do it?
Nothing.
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 Oh, you tried.
I tried. I'm all out of command points.
You took that Overwatch.
I won't.
Thank you, Henry. You'd be welcome in this shed, Henry.
Henry Cavill. If anyone knows him, have a little word. We've got sandwiches, we've got drinks,
We've got
everything.
the fanciest masks you've ever seen.
Yeah. Okay, so over here, the Choppy Sisters, the half-naked, blood-soaked stag demons, Hen Knight. The HQ's also made it in, the Warlord.
Canoness is there, and I think more importantly, the Rhino is ready to attack as well.
Yeah, the deadly Rhino, where it's Ivory Horn, charging in. So where are we going first?
Starting with the Canoness with her Blessed Blade. So she's got 2+ to hits, re-rolling 1s.
That was lucky.
That's nice. With the Blessed Blade, she goes from strength 3 up to... Where's my Blessed Blade? Up to strength 5, so it's 3 pluses to wound. Ooh,
Well,
that's
dude.
That's
Any
really-
re-rolls for wounding?
No, not from a Canoness, nothing like that, no.
Then get out.
Unbelievable.
It's just one then.
Yeah, it's just 1, and it's -3, so you don't get a save anyway. So
Okay, so
whichever
one
you want.
warrior I will take from the back, please.
Go back.
Yeah.
So it is 4+ to hit because they're huge chainswords. However, because they're zealots, they get to re-roll those hits. So it's 4+ to hit. And in fact, re-rolling 1s because... No, they don't need that because they're re-rolling anyway. So 4 pluses to hit.
Re-rolls coming in hot.
Oh, that's good. So I think that's 14 hits by the looks of things. And they are strength 6 and re-rolling 1s to wound because they've got their Repent Superior there with her. So they are, yeah, strength 6. So 3 pluses to wound, re-rolling 1s. Do it. It's a bad start to take out my own Repentia. Awful re-rolls. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 wounds caused to you, and they are at they're at -3. So 11, I think 11 are dead, mate.
Well, I've got my Cryptex is 5+ inbound save. Yeah.
I'm going to regret this.
5+.
1, 2, 3 are saved. So how many was it originally? Was it 12 or
11, I think.
11? So 8 are dead.
Any morale to take for the sisters or anything like that?
No, the sisters are doing all right, I think, so far because they haven't taken anything over here. No other wounds were taken by me this particular turn, which is fantastic. So it's just to say at the end, I've got.
I think my Necrons are going to have to take a morale check.
I would think that's going to be an epic morale check because you're going to be outside of the. What's the?
My Immortal Pride rule.
Outside.
So I'm looking for a very, very important one for the morale check on these guys because otherwise they're wiped.
Because they're outside of the aura, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm outside of the Immortal Pride aura. That's my own silly fault. But have I ever wanted a 1 so much in my life?
Don't you? I don't believe. See it coming.
Yes! Yes! Look at it.
That might. That's going to change everything in the game. That's going to change
That's
it.
so stringy. That's so stringy. I rolled a 1 and I love it. So after that disgusting roll from me.
It's like Henry doesn't care.
Henry doesn't care. Henry don't care.
Unfortunately, on that point, that means I do not get him to lose that objective. So that's going to be a massive problem next turn for me.
Big swing of points potentially there.
Absolutely. I get engaged on all fronts, which is 2 victory points, and nothing else for the time being.
Do you not get your siphon thing? Or does that happen in the command
At
phase?
the end of the next
Okay.
phase. So at the moment, I've just got 2 victory points, so I've got 10 to your 22.
Is I got 1 command point back. I have managed to reanimate a large amount of warriors over here.
Yeah, backed up to, is it 10 warriors I think you've got left?
Yeah, something like that. So, bit tasty. And I managed to reanimate 1 destroyer. Everything else, my overlord has actually moved himself into this little alleyway. Because guess who's the nearest target?
I've got to think more about my position. To
To be fair, you couldn't see my overlord. But
No, I could not.
he's got a Tachyon arrow with her name on it. So we'll see what happens there. Doomsday Arc has stayed the same. because we're going to try and get some secondary points out of blowing up the Rhino and see if we can thin out the crowd a bit over here as well. But the main objective is stay alive, you idiots.
And they have withdrawn from combat.
They have, yeah, the Necron warriors pulled back out of the combat to free up some shooting.
Man up. It's only a bunch of
yes, indeed.
big chainsaws,
so that's all we've got going on over there. This side of the board pretty sparsely populated, but it's about denial at this stage. So,
but you got 10 victory points.
Yeah, I gained 10 victory points from holding one over there and holding two, but not holding more because originally these were over here, and he's got two skinny sisters on the objective.
The arco-flagellants, yes.
Yes, so I didn't hold more, but I still saw 10, which is really important. And the Necron warriors over there, surviving that morale check has really swung that, because that would have been 5 otherwise. Yeah,
that's really stopped my
comeback. Yeah, so onwards to shoot is the old faithful or faithless Doomsday Arc. I'm going to use the Doomsday Cannon against the Rhino, try and score me that secondary, and I'm just going to put the Gauze Flare Arrays into the Repentia, the Hindu sisters. So D6 shots for 1. That's not good enough for me. I'm using my regenerated command point.
Your 1 command point.
To redo that.
Yeah! The 1 ain't so good now!
You cannot make it up. You can actually. Hitting on... Oh, it's also got my will be done, so it's hitting on 5 anyway. Strength 10.
It's 3 plus to wound.
3 to wound. It's a 1.
Yes!
I hate the Doomsday Arcs. I hate them. I love the models, but I hate them. Okay, following up with the Gauze Flare Arrays, hitting on 2s because of my will be done. Lots of 1s. And then it's
3 plus to wound.
So all, there you go.
6 wounds. So I've got 6 plus Shield of Faith to start with, and I've got 5 plus Feel No Pain with them, essentially. Solace and Anguish, as it's called.
Minus 1 AP.
It's invulnerable save.
Oh, okay.
6 plus invulns. 1 gets to live, so 5 are dead. And then, but those 5, it's 5 plus.
Will they fight again? Is it that thing?
1. So 4 of them are taken down.
Four crazy ladies shot in the face. The Tachyon Arrow from the Overlord is going to be shooting at the Sister Superior. Is that her name?
No, the Canoness.
Canoness. Hitting on a 2. Hits. Strength 12, so wounding.
3, I think it's 2 plus.
Yes, I'd say it is. Wounds. AP is horrendous.
She has her 4 plus invulnerable save.
Okay, let's see if she can save this miracle, because otherwise it's going to hurt. No.
That's not good.
That is Tachyon Arrow's D6 wounds.
Okay.
5.
That's as many as she's got. She's dead. However, before we go down that dark route, I'll spend my last 2 command points on Divine Intervention. When an Adeptus Sororitas character is killed, discard 1 to 3 miracle dice at the end of the phase. Turn that model to play with a number of wounds remaining equal to the number of miracle dice you discarded. I will come back with 2 wounds for her. So she's dead now.
Yes.
But she'll return. We're going to just lie her down because I think she comes back to that same point, and she will be given the chance to come back.
Amazing. Blessed is the Emperor. Go over here. Because of some terrible positioning, I can actually only get the angle on one of the arco-flagellants in that jungle. So
4 plus to hit because it's -1. 1 hit.
Yeah, that jungle's making it a bit easier. 3s to wound. Wounds.
And then it's his. He's got no t-shirt save or anything, but what he has got. What's the how many wounds does it cause? Is it D3? I want to say.
I think so.
Okay. Do you want to roll for number of wounds? Because I have to roll for essentially. So I've got to get 3 5 pluses. He's got 2 wounds. So if I get 2 5 pluses, he'll live. Nope, he's dead. There's 1 dead. I'll get the one furthest away from the objective.
Okay, so my Cryptek is going to try and finish off the Rhino if he can. So he's looking for 3 plus to hit with the Staff of Light.
2 hits.
2 hits.
Strength 5 was it?
Strength 5, so it's 5 to wound.
Indeed.
Not a sausage. That was a waste.
At the end of
That's
your shooting
all
phase.
of my shooting. Yeah, she's back to the heavenly sound of music. Rightly or wrongly, I did try and charge the destroyers into her, hoping for a big roll so I could kind of wrap around and block Judy and the Torch getting hold of the objective. But it didn't work. It was a snake eyes, as is tradition. So I believe that is the end of my entire phase.
believe so.
There's no assaults to do. There's no morale to take because I haven't lost anyone. But
however, you took out 5 Sisters Repentia.
Yes.
So for them, they have, however, they can use the Repentia Superiors thing, I believe. 10. That's bad.
So we rolled a 5 for the.
So that means one of them is dead.
Yeah, take away 1
immediately. So let's kill this one here, and then for everyone else, the unit is below half strength. So I think it's would be usually be
minus
ones, but I think it's 1s or 2s, I believe. We're going to roll this, and then we'll confirm in a minute in case it's wrong. That's a good unit.
So yeah, the morale phase has been quite brutal for the Sisters.
It has indeed.
Not so brutal for the Necrons. So at the end of my turn 3 secondaries, I'm still in 3 board quarters, so I get 2 more victory points.
Push you up to 34 to my 10.
What were my other ones?
Destroying vehicles. You haven't.
Yeah, I couldn't finish off the Rhino, but there's still time. And the other one is end of game. We're into the Sisters turn 3. Primary points scored. Nick gets 5 points for that primary objective, plus the siphoning from the previous
turn. Which is 6.
Yeah.
They're going to continue siphoning, and now the last Roman Alpha Flaglet has come down, and apparently he, despite his strangely augmented and lobotomized brain, has worked out how to siphon power from that one. So the 2 of them will be siphoning for next turn. Judith, crazy flaming Judith, and the Seraphim punched up close. The Exorcist has moved to start firing its weapons into this Necron squad because these guys have got to go. And this unit have advanced to try and support them as well because obviously they're an OPSEC unit, so maybe they'll come in use if this game lasts more than 1 more turn. We will see if that actually happens, frankly. The Retributors are still actually in range of these guys, so I'm hoping with all this firepower, the Destroyers are finally going to be destroyed, ironically enough.
So this is going to shoot everything into the Necron Warriors over on this objective.
Now there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now because there's 10 warriors.
Blast time!
Blast time! And it's on D3 weapons. I think each D3 gets 3, doesn't it?
That's right.
And it's 3D3, so that'll be 9 shots. So it's going to fire, which is very, very tasty.
Oh no!
Oh no! However, unfortunately, old Judy wasn't able to join in the fun.
Yeah, she's a touch out of the buffing range.
Yeah, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So it's 3 pluses to hit with these massive missiles.
Oh, dude.
4 mists. Not good, not good. Right, keep going. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. It's strength 8, so it's going to be 2 pluses to wound on the Necron Warriors. 4 wounds. And there's no save, it's -3 and D6 damage.
I get a 5+ invuln.
Oh, sorry,
save.
always
That's
okay.
okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's why we take him. I've only got to survive them all! How is your rage?
It's so high right now.
Nick's going to start a corn army.
This is not what happens for Posh Nick.
Posh Nick's struggling. He's now a corn Nick. The heavy bolter's going in now.
2 hits, 3 plus to wound. 1 wound and 1 5+ save.
No, 1 warrior falls.
The entirety of the missile
we're going to
capacity.
take. Yeah, that one.
Me.
Yeah,
that one.
That's fine.
That one's dead. Which leaves 8 still. 9 still to deal with, which is a problem.
Okay, some shootings occurred where the Rhino got stuck in but didn't do a lot.
I think Stormbolter took 1 guy down.
That's right, 1 warrior.
Another frag grenade from the Sister Repentia.
Rolled a 6 there, didn't you?
Yeah, again.
Brutal.
Took another 1, and the Canoness with her bolt pistol took 1 as well. So 3 more are dead, down to 7.
Okay.
So at this point, the Retributors, the heavy bolters are just in range. So 2 heavy bolters are going to fire into those guys, and the multi-melters are going to fire into the delightful little guys down there. So it's going to be the heavy bolters into the Necrons down here. So it's 3 pluses to hit. So 4 hits, not bad. 3 pluses to wound. 3 wounds, and it's 3 5+ invulns because it's might as well for 5+.
Yeah, sure. 2 more die. We'll take them from the front.
The front, okay. That leaves 5 to deal with. Still so many to deal with. At the same time, so I'll do the multi-melters up here. So 2 multi-melters that are in range of those destroyers. So it's 3 pluses to hit. There's no special things being used this turn round. 1 hits, 3+ to wound.
Is it against the destroyers?
It's against the destroyers.
Fails to wound.
How much do I want that? I think I'll finish them off. Okay, that's fine. I'll leave that. So that's not very good. The Retributors have done so well in this game.
Yeah, they've been good. They've been strong.
They have done well.
Father Merrin, or whatever his name is, has failed to do anything yet again. So moving on to Flaming Judy now.
Flaming Judy, 2d6 automatic hits. That's a bit better. 9 hits. It's more what I'm
Yes.
looking for. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
She's
9.
so hot right now.
It's 4+ to wound, re-rolling 1s. Oh, that's nice.
Wow.
Much better. Oh yes, now we're talking. That's about, well, that's 5, 6, isn't it? Right, so that's 7 saves you need, please, and they're -1, so it's 7 4+ saves. Oh, that's a lot of failed saves. Nice. 1, 2, 3. So one's definitely dead, and one's
One
down.
is down to 1 wound.
Yeah.
Down to 2 wounds.
That's 2 wounds. Supercharge the.
You want her to die, don't you? So
I
you
just
should
wanted to
go-
die. I just feel like.
Don't we all, mate?
No, I'm not going to supercharge. I'm going to supercharge. I might need a little power sword in a minute. So it is 3+ to hit. She hits. Now I should have supercharged. It's strength 7, so it's 3+ to wound. It's a wound on a 4, and that's -3, I think, for plasma. So I don't think you'll. Oh, you'll get a 6+ save, won't you?
Yeah. Watch this. Cock dice in the rubber in the. It's a 4 negative.
Down to 1 wound. So then 4 Inferno pistols at close range, 3+ to hit. And re-rolling 1s because Junith is there, of course. Doesn't hit. Strength 8, so 3+ to wound, re-rolling 1s because Junith, no need. And it's -4, so you won't get a save, and
No,
it's
it's
2d6
gone,
damage.
it's
So that
gone.
is a dead destroyer, finally.
They shall not reanimate. The unit is wiped. The dead pile grows. Brutal shooting there.
Start
And
fight
more
with
importantly, the
difference.
objective is clear.
Rhino has the honour of going first, so the D8 2 attacks by the Rhino, 6 to hit. Yeah, got a hit!
How does it
Amazing.
even work? Nobody
I don't
knows.
even know. I think it's trying to run someone over at this point. And it's strength 6, so 3+ to wound. It wounds!
So it took off one of its tracks and whopped me around the head with it.
Exactly, well, I think it's a 4+,
So-
still your 4+ save. Come on, Rhino. Yeah!
Oh, it's killed-
Rhino
it's killed a
something
warrior.
Amazing. Hencher are, so who they're going to pile in by as well, of course. Everyone's going to pile in and get nice and close. I should have pointed out they all did their charge. We didn't film it, but they all did their charge rolls. They all made it. So the let's do the Canoness first. The Canoness has got 4 hits with her Blessed Blade, as it's called, and it's so she's got 2+ to hit, re-rolling 1s, all hit. Strength 5, 3+ to wound, all wound, and it is -3. So no. Oh, you've got your 5+ invulns.
Yes,
4
is it
5+ invulns.
4.
Those invulns are really even useful on this blob.
He's very handy. Looking for a 5+. 1 survive, 3 more die.
So it's 4 pluses to hit with re-rolls. Well, that's a good start. 3 pluses to wound, 2 wounds, and it's 2 5+ invulnerable save value.
Makes one die. Well, there you go.
Half like the other one, so that's
Gone.
it. Finally.
No more reanimating for that blob who have scored me so many points.
Absolutely. And I'll try not to rush my pylons next time because I think that was a bit
Indeed.
too quick.
So that's the end of Nick's turn. My Staff of Light dude managed to hit but not wound.
You you wounded, but I was able to get feel no pain because
Oh, that's right.
consolidated with the models, the eviscerating.
With the power of the Emperor, no less.
Absolutely.
So,
absolutely.
so you get your 3/4 table
So
points,
2 more victory points.
putting you to
A total of 18.
brilliant. My Will Be Done has been cast on
Doomsday
the now full powered, full live
Arc. Oh, yeah.
Doomsday Arc.
14.
Going to be using it in a minute. So everything else has stayed still because I'm being backed into a corner because I've been annihilated in this turn. All of my units are now wiped up. I'm in a corner. All I can do is try and score a secondary.
Your Warlord has obviously done his special.
Yeah, my Warlord's leapt out of danger using the Nephrek auto advance, so he's backed up trying to prevent Warlord. So straight into the shooting. Doomsday Arc against the Rhino, which is only on 2 wounds, isn't it?
Yes, only on 2 wounds.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to have to do it. The Rhino. I think it's worth spitfiring against. No, there's nothing else to be seen. So.
What about the Gauss arrays also fire at the Rhino?
No, I'll do the Gauze Flare arrays at the 2 Repentia ladies.
Cool.
I rolled a 1 for the Doomsday Arc, which I will instantly command point with my
That command point doesn't last.
No, watch another one. Here we go. Oh no, it's a 6.
Oh no.
There we go.
Oh
1,
no,
2,
that was well worth the command point.
4, 5.
I think we can
We'll
finally
see,
kiss
we'll
goodbye to
see.
Brave Rhino.
Hitting on 2s.
5 hits, pretty average. 3+ to wound. Things are not
All wounds.
all 5s
All
and 6s.
wounds.
What is this?
It's not me.
Well,
so straight
It's
damage.
nothing. No. No. That's 5d6. I've got 2 wounds.
Yeah.
There's no miracle dice in the world. Oh no, I've got I do have my saving throw of 6+ invulnerable. So all I need to do is roll 5 6s. I've got a 6 in my dice pool, but somehow I'm not going to waste it on this.
No, well, I'll save it for a rainy day.
Here's those 6s. 5 6s coming up. Not 1. Bye bye right now.
Does it explode on a 6? Ah, it's a shame. So that'll get me a secondary. Okay, in with the Gauze Flare Arrays. Hitting on 2s. So
All hits.
All hits.
Things are not looking good for the Sisters Repentia, but they've done well.
5 6.
6 plus invulnerables to start with, not 1, and then 6 5+ save. Frankly, you've done it, so why shouldn't I? No!
They are white. They are white. Sorry, 2. You get 2 miracle dice
for
because
the
they've died.
Repentia, you get a miracle dice as well, and because it's Order of a Martyred Lady, I get a miracle dice as well for their death. So 5 and a 1. It'll be utterly critical because my command phase got 1 command point back.
Let's talk about the command phase. You've got a command point back.
Which is very
importantly,
nice.
your primary scoring.
5.
You've got a 15. You've got maximum points because
15.
you are holding 3/4. Well,
3 objectives.
3 objectives out of the 4.
Which puts me suddenly shooting back up to 36 points. No, so it's 33 points, and then I gained a further 3 points because I'm siphoning power from 1 and 2 objectives. So that means that gives me that extra punch.
Yes.
That makes once again a huge difference. So the models have now, everything has now been moved as much as it can be. The recruiters are doing nothing.
They're staying there.
Preacher has run up.
Preacher's hiding in the trees.
So he's still got, in case the Archiflagellant gets killed.
But importantly, the Seraphim advanced into the 4th board quarter.
Using command points to re-roll their advance move, and they've got into, so that should be 4 quarters I'm now covering.
Yeah, so that's a 3 command points swing, victory points swing as well.
This sister squad have also pushed up as well, so they can be in range to help out.
Yeah.
The Repentia Superior is going to stay and just move slightly to be on this thing. She's going to be siphoning power in a second. And my Warlord's gone back, so she's not the closest target, but she is within range of her bolt pistol of the Cryptek up there. Her special super powerful bolt pistol. The ex-sisters move slightly to get an eye on the Doomsday Ark because I'm aware that he gets victory points, or Bill gets victory points for keeping that alive, and Judith has come a bit closer to try and give her aura to that. So that's what I've done so far. This is going to be so tight at the end.
It is a close game. I'm not going to score many primaries now, so I'm going to struggle to bring this one back.
It's going to be scary. And I meant to say as well, though, the reason that Repentia is there, the unit are there, and the last Argoflagellant are over there, they're all 3 of them now siphoning power, so finally this might make some sense by the time we get to my next movement phase. But this might make a difference now. So at the end of this, for my engage on all fronts, I get 3 victory points, I believe, because I've now got all 4 table quarters. I've got someone in, I'll double check that in a second.
Yeah.
And I think that's it, because I haven't slain the Warlord, and Siphon Power has already been done. So 3 more victory points to me, which puts me on 39 to 39 victory points.
Oh, 39 all.
Oh!
Going into turn 5 for the Necrons. Necrons turn 5, just to show you what we've done. I got a command point back, putting me up to just the 1. I get 5 victory points for my primary.
You do indeed.
That's all I get this turn though from that.
Just to clarify, one thing we did notice, the Seraphim, who I thought said were in your table quarter, your final table quarter, were actually all just 6 inches closer than 6 inches to the middle of the table, so they didn't actually get me that extra victory point. So at the moment, it was 38 from me, 39 to you at the end of my turn.
Indeed.
So you've now got 5 victory points, lovely.
Yeah. We've done some movement, so the Doomsday Ark has come down. We're going to try and do a last ditch to try and save losing any more points over here. The Cryptek stayed where he was in case my warriors got attacked. They've pushed up into the building, and they, as you can see here, have just hosed down the squad of Seraphim here.
They were sacrificial, but I didn't realise just how sacrificial.
Yeah, they've been vaporised or flayed. So we're straight into the rest of the shooting, which is going to be the Doomsday Ark, and I'm going to shoot the what's her name?
Repentia Superior.
Yeah, no. Do I use the Doomsday? I'm going to have to.
It's up to you, man.
Right, I'll do the Gauze Flares first, so it'll be 10 shots against the sisters.
But who are you saying the main cannon?
I'm going to do the Doomsday Ark cannon against the character here.
The Repentia Superior.
Yeah. So it's D6 shots.
It's just D3 damage, sorry.
With the Doomsday Ark.
You've got a command point?
I have got a command point. Yeah, I want to kill her in the face.
2 shots!
The 2 is so lame.
Strength 8s are still 2 pluses to wound. Wounds on both.
Yeah.
I'm going to use. I've got miracle dice. I've got a 6.
Yeah.
I have 1 miracle dice.
You're going to
six,
cash
yes.
in the 6 to wipe
That
one
was
of
the
those
last
off.
one. Yeah, I brought it over. That's fine. That's my 6
So
miracle
it's
dice.
D3 damage
D3.
on this
She's
dice.
got 4 wounds, so you can't kill her.
Only 1.
3 wounds.
That's
remaining.
aggravating.
And then you've got the Gorse Flare raise into the sisters, I believe.
Alright, we'll do the first 10, hitting on 2s.
So it's 8 hits.
8, and then again. Cop dice.
So 16 hits. This is not looking good.
3 pluses to wound.
A few misses there, but you've still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I'm just going to use your dice.
Yeah, go for it.
Here. 9, and it's 4 plus saves. 1 dead, 2 dead, 3 dead, 4 dead, 5 dead. Oh, you've wiped them. I'll get a miracle dice for them dying. 5.
Lucky. This butchery.
Thank you all for staying with us.
Yeah,
this
if
long
you're
as you
still
have
with
done.
us, let us know in the comments if you made it to the end. The Doomsday Ark managed to survive with 1 wound after being chopped to hell, which was an act of stupidity on my part, but you know, we're in it to win it. Now, Nick was on 61 points, and I was on
44 at the time.
44 at the time, but the end game scoring for my secondaries was keeping the Doomsday Ark alive and my Warlord alive, so that gave me 10. So on this occasion, looking at the board, it is a Sisters of Battle victory, 61 points to 54 points. So
those last 2 were to do with me holding, engaging on all fronts. That was so close.
It was close, but I just ran out of stuff. But it's a brutal scoring game. Really enjoyed it. Nick, victory, elbows.
Chink. In Henry we trust.
In Henry we trusted. I don't trust him anymore.
Thank you for sticking with us this long and always watching Warzone.
I always curse the Doomsday Ark, but I'm not going to bring them again. But I will, because I like the models. Thank you all for sticking around. See you next time.